Catalytic converter heat shield replacement might sound like a task for high-level mechanics, but honestly, it's mostly awkward screws and some patience. Yet, let's not gloss over it. Driving with a rattling heat shield isn't just annoying, it's a one-way ticket to a $2,000 exhaust repair. So, why do these heat shields even fail on us? Usually, rust is the villain. Basically, cheap steel plus years of rain or one wet Portland winter means the bolts holding it up just give up, and suddenly you've got a musical exhaust pipe. That rattling is more than just an embarrassment. Unchecked, it can let heat buildup cook your undercarriage, damage the catalytic converter, and possibly set off your check engine light. Some people try ripping the shield off, which is the nuclear option and not actually legal in a lot of places. First things first, jack up the car and secure it with stands. Seriously, don't trust that roadside scissor jack. I get it, we all want to skip steps, but being crushed by your car is not just an inconvenience, it's a headline. Find the offending heat shield. Most likely it's near the middle under your ride, right around the catalytic converter. Bring a flashlight, it's always dirtier under there than you expect, and dust seems to multiply directly proportional to your motivation. Before laying a hand on anything, hit the bolts and nuts with penetrating oil. If you don't, there's a 99% chance they'll snap instead of unscrew, and then you're improvising with steel tape and a little hope. Give it 10 minutes to work its magic. Remove the rusty bolts using a ratchet or a socket wrench. Sometimes you need to use the universal joint attachment because automakers have a twisted sense of humor about making things accessible. If the bolts round off, vice grips are your new best friend. Once the bolts are out, the old heat shield should drop pretty easily. If it's fused in place from rust, gently pry it off with a flathead screwdriver. Try not to deform it. You want to use it as a template when ordering the replacement if you forgot to check part numbers. Before installing your new heat shield, clean off the area around the converter. There's going to be a buffet of debris. Dirty mounting surfaces are like sending out party invitations for future vibrations and new rattles. A wire brush works wonders and adds about 5 years to the repair. Line up the new shield and hand thread the bolts back in so you don't cross-thread them. If you have the option, use anti-seize on the threads. This is what differentiates a rookie from someone who wants their next fix to happen in 2034, not next year. Tighten everything snug, but don't gorilla wrench it since you don't want to strip the threads. Pro tip: most bolts on a heat shield just need to be wrist tight, usually 8 to 12 foot-pounds of torque, if you're the sort who likes to measure things to the decimal. Start the engine and check for any new noises. Sometimes a heat shield will resonate if it's fitting a little wrong, so give it a few revs and a short drive around the block. Silence is golden, and if not, loosen and realign as needed. Last thing, if you do regular oil changes, just peek underneath now and then. 90% of rattles on cars over 8 years old come from loose or rusty heat shields. 5 minutes checking on it is way cheaper than $2,000 for a new cat.